There you go. You get another one.
He's like, I'm not touching it.
Yeah. Seriously, for real, they're probably the best and easily the best machine, for sure.
Yeah, Arlen used those when he still had his shop.
Yeah.
Finally, I got to do this.
You good?
I'm doing good. You doing good?
I'm well. I'm well rested.
Hand resting ready.
There we go. I'd like to call the Middleville Village Council meeting to order. Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Mike Kramer,
Here?
Steve Baldry,
Here.
Robert Bishop,
Here.
Richard Hamilton,
Here.
Mackenzie Peters, Kevin Smith,
Here. All right.
Gotta wait.
Here.
We're missing one. I thought there were six.
Ian Williams.
Here. Thank you.
Wow.
All present and accounted for.
I'll go home. It's okay.
Now that we have a successful roll call, please rise for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Everyone should have a copy of the agenda in front of them.
Make a motion to approve the agenda.
We have a motion with support to approve the agenda as printed. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Consent agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Support? We have a motion with support to approve the consent agenda consisting of the approval of minutes for the regular council meeting of July 23rd, 2024, the approval of minutes for the MCOW meeting of August 7th, 2024, and the approval of bills for the August 8th, 2024 for $178,181.70. Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Steve Baldry,
Aye.
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Richard Hamilton, Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ian Williams,
Aye.
Mike Kramer.
Aye. Motion carries. Public comment? Anybody like to speak? You have reserved time. You're good. All right, moving on. Oh, no, you have a permit. Don has the reserved time. All right. In honor of his 15 years of service on the Housing Commission, did you want to read something, Craig?
No, you go ahead.
We would like to recognize Mr. Williamson for serving our community. Would you like to come up and take this? Thank you very much for serving on the Housing Commission.
I think we got it, Mike.
Wait, don't wait for Kathy.
Thank you for making sure that we've had, housing for the elderly, for anybody else that's needed in that area. As we struggle for more housing, it becomes ever more apparent how important the job is.
It's a great community project. It started back in 30 years ago. It's one of a kind. Each community has one, but we've had one quite a while. So it's my pleasure.
Appreciate it. It's going to be impossible to play. Thank you.
Thank you, Don.
Thank you, Don.
Now we have the Heritage Day petition.
Right. So,
Oh, that's right. We have a Rotary member here.
yes. So I submitted the Heritage Day parade permit. It's just a standard, our standard format. Alec approved the streets earlier today, and I'm guessing you'll help with the barricades placement, at least before the parade, and we'll help get them up with our volunteers. But yes, we're looking to utilize the Middleville Village approved parade route for this year's parade. We've got a lot of people planning to show up and would like your approval.
Mr. President, I would like to move to approve the Heritage Day Parade permit as submitted by the Middleville Rotary.
Support.
We have a motion with support to approve the permit for the Middleville Heritage Day Parade 2024. Any further discussion before we vote?
Am I allowed to vote technically?
Yes,
Okay, okay,
You're not getting paid.
right.
you have to vote.
Yeah.
All right. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next, we have a homecoming parade permit. Welcome.
Thank you.
We missed you
Thank you, everybody.
yesterday.
What's that?
We missed you yesterday.
Yeah. So homecoming parade permit, it's the same route we have every year. So the plan is September 27th is our homecoming this year against Northview. And our parade route goes from Lee Elementary to Page. So just coming down Main Street, I think I put the map in there on the permit, turning down Bender and then ending at Page. We need barricades right at the entrance at Lee, then at Main and Bender, and then down at the end of Page. And then also, I think it was Greenwood Street as well, just to keep traffic out of that area. So help with the barricades if we can get those set up. And then as far as like cleanup afterwards, our class advisors walk the route after to make sure there's no candy left in the road or anything like that. So it's not sitting there. The kids do a pretty good job cleaning that up for us. But, and if there's anything that falls off any of the floats or anything like that, they'll make sure that gets cleaned up, but pretty standard.
Excellent.
Yeah. Happy to answer any questions you might have.
Mr. President, to move to approve the TK High School's request for homecoming parade route as submitted by Mr. Peterson.
Support.
We have a motion with support to approve the request for a special event permit for the homecoming parade. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Great night, everybody.
Next, we have Resolution 2417 for budget adjustments.
Good evening, council. This is the same budget adjustment that was in front of you at the committee of the whole last week, which was moved forward to this meeting. And since it's a resolution, it needs to be approved by a resolution at this meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2417, budget adjustments.
We have a motion with support to approve Resolution 2417 to adjust the fiscal year 2024 budget. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none, Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Richard Hamilton,
Aye.
Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ian Williams,
Aye.
Steve Baldry,
Aye.
Mike Kramer,
Aye. Motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Next, we have Resolution 2418 to authorize the sale of village-owned surplus property, otherwise known as the street sweeper that we couldn't offload on Lowell yesterday.
We tried.
Yeah, we did try.
did.
This is what I'm getting myself into on Monday.
Well, they're probably gonna try and sell us something in Lowell.
So,
They were gonna try and make off with the Vector truck, I'm not gonna lie.
Do a little horse trading on Monday.
Yes.
They told me they bought a brush truck, that they spent a lot, or sweeper, they spent more than what we would sell this one for. So I said, take the other one back and buy ours.
They got 9 days.
Good evening. So what council has in front of them is resolution 2418 to sell our 1997 Johnstown street sweeper. As I previously explained in previous meeting at the MCAL. Look for approval if council chooses to move forward to put this up for a sealed bid auction.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2418.
Support.
We have a motion with support to approve Resolution 2418 to authorize the sale of village-owned surplus property. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none, Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Richard Hamilton,
aye.
Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ian Williams,
Aye.
Stephen Baldry,
Aye.
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Mike Kramer,
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, we have council and staff reports. Craig?
I tried.
I know. You have my report in front of you. Just a couple additions to that. I did complete the Sedum Fellowship application today for the intern/fellowship that should help. We got a letter of recommendation from the Berry County Economic Development Alliance. I submitted that also, so hopefully we'll hear back positively from that.
dovetails into, Kevin and I met with folks with Main Street, Michigan Main Streets last week and had some positive talk about some possibilities with some different things surrounding DDA and things like that. So have more to talk about that maybe later, and then maybe later again in a couple week meetings. So and then I'm going on vacation. I'm leaving Thursday. We'll be back the following the 26th, Monday the 26th. So if you need anything, I'll have email and stuff, but I'd rather not hear from you. So
I'd like to make a motion to deny that vacation.
It's built into my contract. I'm sorry. And then we're working through the 2025 budget as we speak. So if there are any trainings that you're interested in attending next year, let us know and we'll try to build some additional, stuff for trainings and stuff like that too. So other than that, any questions?
How are we doing on the lead pipe replacement?
We've replaced 13 so far, Alec.
Yeah.
Oh, Alec's going to talk about that in his report. There you go. Any other questions? All right.
Thank you, Craig.
Thank you.
All right, next we have Alec.
So right to the nuts and bolts. Yeah, so far we've replaced 16 services as of last month. We have 13 more services that we will be replacing as part of the High Street project. Then my overall goal in addition to that is to get at least another 10 to 12 more done before the end of the year.
Wow.
So we're picking away at them. The biggest hurdle is we have to make appointments in each house, get into each house before we can get the contractors in. Then the contractors have a schedule of times where we get the homeowners in. So that normally takes a couple months to line all those ducts up. And we normally can do anywhere from 1 to 3, normally about 2 in a day to get those done. So also with the High Street project, the water main is complete. We're in the process of testing, pressure testing, back T testing. Hopefully by the end of this week, we should have good results back from that. And then we'll start replacing those water mains shortly, probably next week or the week following. So that's the highlights of my report. Is you have any other questions or comments for me? Yes, sir.
You talked about having that scanner come in for the streets.
The Pacers, yep.
Yeah.
I believe that's scheduled for later in September, or is that?
It's supposed to be the end of this month or in September at some point. I need to reach back out to them and see where they're at with that. But we should have it by the end of September anyhow. So
I have a question.
Mhm.
I know there was some vandalism done on some of the statues that were in the Medilla area. What's being done to repair the plaques that were removed?
All plaques and everything have been reinstalled to my
Okay.
knowledge. Everything's has been fixed and reinstalled.
All right. And did we find out who vandalized it, or was it just not?
did not find out who it was. No.
Were those visible by our?
Cameras?
I need to go back and take a look. We have to figure out.
It was months ago, though.
Yeah.
This was back in June.
Yeah, might not have been the cameras were out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe that was about 2.5 weeks ago or 2 weeks ago that was repaired.
All right.
I remember to say it before the meeting. I'm going to say it again. Dearborn looks amazing. So I thank the council for choosing to stick with our complete streets ordinances that we've had. Putting that sidewalk in really makes a difference, and it looks great. So thank you.
Yeah, contractors did a wonderful job. There's a couple punch list items that need to be finished up, but just some minor stuff. So
Yep, that one should be wrapped up soon. I think we're done with Third Street completely now.
Third Street,
so-
we've just received our final pay app application. We're gonna be paying that out probably in the next round of bills. Or I don't think it made this round.
They did not make this
So
round.
next round bills, we'll be paying Third Street out, and then I would expect by early mid-September, we should be closing out Dearborn as well.
Nice. Any other comments for Ally? No. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sergeant Ware, welcome.
Copy of it.
One thing missing on the stats was the total incident count. That should have been 94. Oops. forgot that part. Any questions about the numbers? All right. So highlights from last month, the first and foremost was the visit from First Lady Jill Biden. Just to kind of emphasize on the importance of what that was for us. We had myself and Deputy Price, who were both members of the Middleville unit. We're part of that security team for that visit. We received high praise from Secret Service. And as we all know, 10 days afterwards, there was the assassination attempt on President Trump. So to say that that was a very successful event for us, it was. So I wanted to highlight that. And then obviously with the school starting here, like I said, Lee's paved, McFall's not paved yet. So we'll see what happens.
They were out today. They had the
They
machines
did it in
running.
one day. They literally did it in one day. So
Yeah.
So McFall is probably close.
Let's hope so. But either way, just a reminder, they restructured the parking lot. What that back parking lot's going to be like. The goal and hope is to get a lot more traffic off First Street and off Main Street and get them into the parking lot. Until we actually have school start, no idea what that's going to be like. So still a reminder, give yourself extra time in the morning and a lot of extra time in the afternoon. Expect the backups because especially the first couple of weeks, there's always the backups. And then if anybody wants to be in law enforcement, we're hiring. So that's all I got for you guys. So
Any questions for Sergeant Ware? Thank you.
thanks, Sergeant.
thanks, guys.
Thank you.
All right, we have liaison reports.
DAPRC, I wasn't able to make to their meeting last week because it was during work hours, their special meeting, but they canceled tomorrow's meeting because of lack of quorum. And I haven't received any minutes from the special meeting from last week. So I have
Follow.
nothing, but that's,
Trying to think. Well, the library committee's here, so we'll be okay on that one.
We up to library.
Skip the LGFA because that was last call. ZBA? Nothing yet?
Our July meeting was canceled. We didn't have any issues.
We will move on to village logo. Craig?
President. Planning Commission.
We didn't get Doug's updated, did we?
No.
Sorry, I skipped over that
That's
because
okay.
we had staff reports.
We had 3 proposals for the State Street.
That's
project.
right. That was a big planning commission meeting.
Yeah, and we did not accept the one from the church. There's no details, just verbalized. And it didn't fit our goals for property. And then the condos were presented by Lions and the developer for the 3-story apartments. The only concern, there was some concern expressed by 2 or 3 members of the high density of those apartments. And I expressed a concern with, if we get rejected up on Main Street or up on 37, we certainly got to look strongly at what's proposed down here. A couple of members asked me to express the fact that they were very concerned with the density down here.
It's important to understand.
Yeah.
We talked about it yesterday with Lowell because they're going through their master plan updated. It's important to recognize that you have to make your master plan match your ordinances. And we do not want to get in a situation where we're denying someone a build by right parcel based on density because we don't regulate by density.
Right.
So if that's something that we want to change in the future, then it's definitely something we have to get Mark involved with and change our ordinance.
Makes a little bit difference when we own the property.
Well, yeah, we don't have to sell if we don't
Right.
like the project, but it's just important to remember that we don't want to be calling out something that's not backed by our ordinance.
Exactly. Okay, thank you.
But I respect the opinion.
Mr. President, just if I might just
Sure.
add there, just a quick footnote on that. The density is always a concern for sure, but I think in holistically those projects as presented, I would just always keep in mind capability of the builder, length of time to complete the project. Those are big deals, and neither of those projects are insignificant in terms of scope. So something to really consider when it is time to vote on that. How can we get to the finish line in a reasonable amount of time and make
Right.
sure that we're doing that?
Right,
So-
that was one of my concerns with the condos. It's kind of, well, I'll sell one, maybe I'll build another
Right.
one. Where the other one is completely turnkey.
Yeah.
We got examples of what they do in Hastings.
Yep.
Plans were complete.
Yep.
They could start today.
Yeah, for sure.
It really looked good to me.
It was impressive. It's
Yeah.
impressive.
Thank you.
And that's going to be on the agenda for the 27th. And by that time, 7 o'clock, that you'll have an answer to what the county does with the TIF as well, because they're going to vote on that morning. So,
Yeah, a number of us are planning to attend.
yep.
Mhm.
And then the township did approve the tax sharing agreement yesterday with the respect to the 911, or not 911, the EMS millage. So,
Okay. Now, any other comments, concerns on liaison updates? All right, we'll move on to the village logo.
okay. In front of you, we had a discussion a couple weeks back on what you all want the village logo to be, and we need a formal motion to accept that.
I will make a motion to approve the Stagecoach as the,
Official.
I was gonna say, I think that's supposed to be official
It
village
is.
logo.
It's
Like
the
one
official
behind
logo.
us.
Says
It
office.
says office right here.
Yeah.
Mine says official.
Mine says official.
Mine says office.
Oh, the next line down in the background, it says official.
For the, there we go.
Under recommendation.
Under the recommendation.
It says office.
Well, I will enthusiastically
I mean,
support
it's still
that.
spelled right. It's not a spelling error.
Is there support for that?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We have a motion.
Enthusiastically support.
Kevin,
We have a motion with enthusiastic support to approve the
Enthusiastic.
Stagecoach as the official office village logo.
That's what happens when I nap.
Just the point, it'll be like what we've always had. We're not revising.
Well, and we're gonna stick with the ones that we approved at
Yes.
the last meeting.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
So it's
So-
not just the one design.
There were some designs that were a little bit different, a little bit AI up, for lack of a better term.
It's just a shame we spent so much money and then reverted back to the original.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we're using this one on our letterhead and we're using this one on our agendas.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, we have a motion with support to approve the Stagecoach as the official logo and to prepare a resolution to that effect.
We don't need a resolution.
No?
Nope.
All right, well then we will not do that. And
That's why this is here, because we don't need a resolution.
need a
Last time you made a motion. Do we have to rescind that motion?
No.
They made a motion last time to have, no, it was a general consensus. Never
Yep.
mind. Don't
Okay.
charge me for that.
Just
So,
general.
last time you did a general consensus to have a resolution. We don't need a resolution.
so now we're just.
Just
gonna
need you to
approve the logo.
vote.
All right. Any further discussion before we vote?
We
Hearing
should have a
none.
roll call though.
Okay,
Why?
Sure.
really?
Not financial?
We're not spending no money on this. We already spent the money.
Greg wants.
I'm using terrible grammar and everything. Way to go. All right, Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Well, certainly. I messed up enough. I'll fix this. Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ann Williams,
Aye.
Steve Baldry,
aye.
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Richard Hamilton,
Aye.
Mike Kramer.
Aye, motion carries.
That way, 10 years from now, when somebody wants to do a logo,
That is, yeah,
No.
we talked about that yesterday too, is make sure that you. have
everything's
motions and
documented
stuff,
nice
document
and
your history
neat,
so that
so everybody
next- find it.
remembers.
To be fair, it should be noted that this money was spent 3 years ago,
It was.
and we have not spent any money implementing these logos, none. All you did is really say, stop using multiple logos, just use one.
Right, well, we did
So-
buy some advertising space on the billboards on M6 for a little bit.
No, we did not.
Or was that the DDA?
No, I don't think we spent any money implementing these logos. Not money that we would not have already spent with the other logo, no.
Yeah.
No. Any money we spent, we would have just put the other logo on it. It's not like we said, we have to fix this and change it. We've not done any of that.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I appreciate the
Let's keep
clarity,
going.
actually.
Let's keep going.
It's unfortunate we did spend the money, but it is what it is at this
Yeah.
stage.
Now we are on the library feasibility study.
Yes, so this is back, newly revised and better than ever. So if you and Kate, you wanna, or, sorry,
It's okay, yeah,
come up?
sure.
Okay.
So I know you all had a opportunity to clarify anything with Keith. And then the Friends of the Library, just so you guys all know, that Middleville needs a library committee. We have all become a formal Friends group. So we are a nonprofit group. We are ready to support our community library as it is and what we would like it to be in the future. So we would really love for you to sign the contract so we can get Keith started. And then I know, I think Michelle was here last time, but we are here also to provide any support you guys need. We've already done a lot of that background information digging that Keith had asked a while ago before we were ready to have an official entity take it over.
I'll make a motion to approve Mike to sign the feasibility study contract.
I will support my signing of the contract.
Are you okay reading it the way it is on that
I just gotta
recommendation?
scroll up to find it. So
It's right there.
We have a motion with support to approve the contract with Hopkins Fundraising Consulting with the stipulation that the library committee provide the clerical support noted in item 2.
And that was Peters Kramer, right? Or did you not support
I
that?
supported that.
Thought so. And you want a roll call, right?
Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none. Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ann Williams.
Aye.
Steve Baldry,
Aye.
Robert Bishop.
Aye.
Richard Hamilton.
Aye.
Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Nate Kramer.
Aye. Thank you.
So,
Thank you, guys.
so Kate, if you want to work with me to get the amounts that I need to bill each entity and the
Yes.
friends and all that, then we'll go from there.
Yep.
So,
Get a hold of the what is it? The community foundation.
yes,
The Beacon
Yep.
Fund will get that money to you.
okay,
And then the school,
yes.
and then.
So I just need the amount so I know, and I know who to invoice.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
you and-
Yep, all right, perfect, thank you.
All right. It's good to get that done. Moving on. Alec? Discussing a uniform contract.
Yes, as presented at MCAL meeting, I'm looking to see if council would like to move forward and approve the uniform purchase or service agreement, with UniFirst Uniform Company for a 5-year contract moving forward to provide new uniforms for the DPW.
Can I just say so moved?
I'll read it out. We have a motion with support to approve the uniform agreement with UniFirst, to move forward with contract documents and allowing the village manager to sign all related documents. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none. May I have roll call, please?
Ann Williams.
Aye.
Steve Baldry,
Aye.
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Richard Hamilton,
Aye.
Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Nate Kramer.
Aye. Motion carries. Next, we have a vehicle purchase.
Again, like presented at MCAL, we're looking to purchase a new pickup truck with a front plow to add to our fleet. Our existing fleet, our newest vehicle in our existing fleet is 8 years old, up to 23 years old. I did provide council with a updated plow estimate from Hookster Equipment to go on the plow.
Sorry.
So to approve a purchase of a truck with new plow not to exceed $71,000.
Mr. President, I'd like to Move to approve a new pickup truck and plow for the DPW not to exceed $71,000.
So,
We have a motion with support to approve the purchase of a new pickup truck and plow for the DPW not to exceed $71,000. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none. Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Stephen Baldry,
Aye.
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Richard Hamilton, Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ann Williams,
Aye.
Mike Kramer,
Aye. All right. At this time, a motion would be in order to,
no, parking lot.
oh, nope, hold on, one more, parking lot, sorry.
All right. So I apologize for council, to council, I'm not having this for MCAL. It was my intention, but at the time I only had one quote in front of me. I actually had a contractor out today getting the third quote. There are two quotes in front of you right now, one from Reith Riley Construction and one from A1 Asphalt. This would be to repave the parking lot that is right across the road in between 101 and 112, I believe, East Main Street. Also to repave St. James Circle that goes from Main Street to Main Street, and then the entirety of the parking lot behind Village Hall. And behind Champs and the restaurants on the south side there. This parking lot back here was put in the early 2000s. As I'm sure you guys can see, it's starting to show some pretty good signs of stress. The one across the street is in dire need of some help. Initially, staff did not have this budgeted for this year, but then after we got our audit back in the spring, we seen our general fund was sitting pretty healthy. So we started looking at some projects to kind of help immediately. So that's where we're looking to, with a budget adjustment, approve the amount. I don't want to say form A1 Asphalt as of right now because I'm still waiting on one quote, but not to exceed $95,261 to repay these parking lots. Just a side note, I'm still actively working with the construction company to look at the High Street parking lot, get a price back from them. They're waiting on one subcontractor. They've been waiting on for about a week and a half to get a price back. As soon as I get that, I plan to bring that in front of you.
That's for the restructuring or the wall.
Separate from
Yeah.
this, but yes.
Separate from that,
Correct.
okay.
So I just have one question. Is it
Yes.
possible for this not to happen before Heritage Days?
Yes,
Okay,
I
We
would,
can wait till after.
yes.
I don't think there's any way it's gonna happen.
I don't think it,
Okay, I just want to make sure.
if I were to give the contractors a green light and say, fit us in whenever you can, there might be a possibility, but if I tell them to
Yeah.
wait, they will easily wait.
Yeah.
Their schedules are pretty full right now.
Yeah,
as it
because
is.
that's one of the most congested days of the
Yeah.
year for us, and we're relying on parking lot space to do
Yeah.
numerous things.
No, that will not happen before Heritage Day.
Okay.
Can you just give me a indication as to they're not terribly off in terms of just the two quotes that you put onto the thing. Could you just give us a rundown of the difference between the two quotes? Are they doing something different? Or?
They are not. That's why I'm waiting on that third quote, to be totally honest with you. It's apples for apples. They're both milling 2-inch. Let's be clear. On the Reith Riley quote, there is actually, how they quoted a street project. So they quoted Bechtel Street on there for mill 3 inches off. The LDFA is graciously taking care of that for us. I'm not presenting that to you. So the LDFA has agreed to pay for that. So that's items 1 and 2 on the Reith Riley quote. So all we're looking at, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 through 8 are the quotes for the parking lot. So if you were to add 5 through 8 together, so for math purposes, if you add 5 through 8 together on the Reith Riley quote and the A1 quotes, A1 currently is $39,100 or $455 cheaper than Reith Riley.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have the Reith Riley quote for the parking lots. I just have it for
Yeah,
Beckett Street.
that's just for the streets. I didn't.
Oh,
that's
I
why
apologize. Is that not on?
It's not in the packet.
Okay, okay, I'm sorry. I
But
apologize.
A1
Then
was
not-
cheaper.
Yeah, I can
And
provide
who's
this.
doing High Street?
What's that?
Who's the contractor doing High Street?
The paving contractor. I just found out today it's going to be Black Gold.
Oh, so it's neither of these two.
Yes. So I apologize that the Reith Riley quote, I gave you the wrong quote in the packet. So I'd be more than happy to print this off if you guys want to see it. So the Reith Riley quote, it's $39,000 additional more than, so it's roughly $142,000 versus $95,000.
So I know in the past you had said that sometimes it's cost effective and a little bit lower quotes when contracted pavers are able to be on, like High Street they're working on right now, you know. They might
Correct.
be able to do it for a lower bid. Is that something we ask them then? Or?
Yeah, and I was going, like I said, I found out, so 2 weeks ago, I contacted a third asphalt contractor to come in and give me a quote on this. They just got here today. I just found out yesterday that neither one of these contractors are the one actually doing High Street.
Right.
Because
Okay.
the general contractor was not totally sure of, he had 3 narrowed down who he was gonna be using, but he didn't give me an exact.
I see.
So I'm waiting, as soon as I get an answer, or now that I got an answer for them, I can contact them and
Okay.
see. And that's why I was kind of asking at this point not to exceed that 95. So
So an
if
open
council were to
ended.
give me a discretion and I could get something for 80, we would go with them if it's an apples to apples quote.
Okay. That's fair.
Mr. President, I make a motion to approve what he said.
The repaving of,
I'll read it in a
Okay.
second.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
If we have support.
Sport.
All right, we have a motion with support to review or consider to approve the quote from A1 Asphalt.
nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
Consider approving the quote.
No.
Approve
Just
up
read it the way it
to,
is.
No,
No.
you're doing just not to exceed
Approve the dollar
95,261.
The project.
No,
Yes,
All right.
the
no
project, no,
contractor.
no company.
All right, well then, let's see here. Think. All right, we have a motion with support to approve the expenditure not to exceed $95,261.
Yeah.
The paving of the parking lot next to 101
East Main.
East Main and the High Street parking. lot.
Nope, this parking lot back here.
That's,
In James Circle.
That one
Yes.
and this one, not High Street.
Where High Street is not, we don't have that quotes back yet.
all right.
So,
and then
See, this is
give,
why we write this out.
yeah.
well, and then give me discretion to award it to whichever company comes in.
So
We have a motion with support to approve paving projects in the village not to exceed $95,261.
Bingo.
Thank you.
There we go.
Well done.
Just
And
so-
authorize.
Authorizing.
Mr. President, just the way I worded
That's
it.
just the way you, and to authorize the village manager to approve a lesser bid should that come about and sign all related documents.
Thank you.
There you go.
Now that we've muddled through that, any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none. Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Richard Hamilton,
Aye.
Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ann Williams.
Aye.
Steve Baldry,
Aye.
Mike Kramer.
Aye. Now that we got past my anchorman moment. Now, a motion would be in order for us to go into closed session. So any
Support. Or, so moved.
Motion? All right. We have a motion by Peters, supported by Hamilton to meet in a closed session pursuant to Section 8H of the Open Meetings Act to consider material which is exempt from disclosure under Section 13(1)G of the Michigan's Freedom of Information Act. Mark Nettleton, village attorney, is hereby appointed as secretary for the purpose of taking minutes for the closed session in accordance with the Open Meetings Act. Rhonda, may I have roll call, please?
Sure. Richard Hamilton,
Aye.
Mackenzie Peters,
Aye.
Kevin Smith,
Aye.
Ann Williams,
Aye.
Steve Baldry,
Aye.
Robert Bishop,
Aye.
Mike Kramer.
Aye. Motion carries.
Bathroom break.
At this
Rest the
time,
gavel.
We're going to take a short recess before
I'll
we
grab
head into
gavel.
closed session. Close the public meeting.
All right, have a good night.
Yeah.
Any action afterwards, Mike?
No, we just have our draft minutes and whatnot. Just a rag. When you're ready,
You can
Rhonda.
take it.
And I know. Hovering in, hovering in. That's why I was talking, so you could check the recording.
Yep.
Check.
Testing.
Check. Okay. Yeah, I'm just babbling. You good?
Should be good.
All right. And I now reopen the public meeting. Everyone should have a copy of the draft minutes for the DDA meeting from July 16th, 2024, the LDFA meeting from July 18th, 2024, and the Planning Commission meeting of August 7th, 2024. Final public comment? Not likely.
Sorry. Just wanted to follow up on community exchange yesterday. I think it went okay, had some good comments. Thanks to Anne for contributing to the gift basket. And for those people who didn't know, TK Schools had catering, Yahoo.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah. And then just before you guys leave, just want to double check, you don't have to do it right now, just double check who's going to be going to Lowell on Monday so we can get a count to them. So, okay. Sweet, you're not in?
I can't. Work's been very demanding, so.
Nope, you're fine. So I've got you three. Okay. That's all I have.
Bishop Kramer Smith.
Gotcha.
All right. We're down to final council comment. Would anyone like to start?
I'll start. Just a reminder for those in favor of the Mid-Villa project to go to the Berry County Chamber at
Commissioners
Hastings
meeting.
meeting on the 27th at 9 a.m. for public comment. If you want to show your support for that, again, that's August 27th at 9 in the morning. Other than that, I have nothing else.
It's up in the crow's nest.
It is. I've been there a few times.
That was going to be
Yeah.
my question. Is it where they do the recounts for?
Yes,
Okay.
mezzanine level,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you.
Hmm.
Mr. Hamilton?
No,
Mr. Bishop?
I have nothing.
Mr. Baldry?
Just, it was very interesting for me yesterday, believe it or not, go through the wastewater treatments. Seen part of Middleville I hadn't seen before, and I have a better appreciation for some of our village workers and that type of thing for what they do. I was glad that we did. We got to make some friends yesterday, and it was interesting that they have the same challenges we do, just somewhat of a bigger scale sometimes. But their city is on a river too, so.
And I'll tell you, the first thing they said when they got into these chambers was they looked up at that timer clock.
Love the countdown clock.
Yeah, they were ecstatic about that.
Mhm.
And I was at the township meeting last night, and the vote went without a hitch. No opposition.
Thank you. Mr. Smith?
None.
Ms. Williams?
No, nothing.
All right. Yeah, to speak to the Lowell coming to visit, that was, Steve's right, hit it on the head. It's crazy, the problems that we have that are similar regardless of scale. They did have a lot of insight to different ways of handling problems. They also have issues with reaching out to the public and filling seats when issues arise. I did like their critical notification strategy. They use an attorney firm to make critical notifications. It's not something that we generally run across, but
Mhm.
something to consider. And then another item that they had that they brought into town with the license plate cameras that they have installed in town. Stationary cameras that read license plates that scream Big Brother, but it's not what it is. It's looking for flagged license plates. And if something of that nature comes through town, it notifies the police department while they're in town.
Oh, that's cool.
So when we were having stolen vehicles driven into Misty Ridge and breaking into other stolen vehicles, That could have added valuable time to law enforcement to be able to track that down. So it is definitely something that would be interested in looking into and seeing if that could benefit us. And then, yeah, I'm looking forward to going to Lowell. Going around a town I've seen 100 times.
I have a question to that, though. Did they say if that over time reduced the number of stolen vehicles in town or reduced crime at all?
They said it was just for the flagged ones, so
Yeah.
you're only catching vehicles that are already reported stolen
see.
or things like Amber Alerts. So
Okay.
as they like pass through town, as soon as they hit the edge of town, the police are alerted within a reasonable amount of time. It has to ping off a couple of servers, but
Okay.
then they immediately respond, and because of the size of Lowell,
Yeah,
basically you can't get out of town before the police find you.
yeah,
So I wouldn't say that it would necessarily reduce the amount of crime. It would increase the amount you caught.
right,
It would add eyes to a police force that's looking for a deputy.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's sort of a force multiplier.
Yeah, well, just the thought of like, oh, I better not drive through Middleville because,
Yeah.
you know.
If you're not doing anything wrong and your plates are up to date, you're fine.
Well, no, I know, but no, that's, you know,
But
but
if
if,
you kidnap somebody and you're driving through
yeah,
town.
probably not
right,
best
right, right. But
Um,
didn't know if it was a deterrent at all, I guess, for stealing of vehicles or not.
But that was all I had for Mayor's Change Day, and I look forward to going to Lowell. And then once again, yeah, there's going to be a mother-son dance on October 19th. We'll keep putting that out because we're trying to sell tickets because we have a robot to pay for. That saves us on volunteers because, believe it or not, every organization struggles finding volunteers. And if we can reutilize our volunteers to referee or coach rather than get sunburnt every fall painting fields for 3 days in a row, it's pretty useful for us.
What time's your dance?
Be from 6 to 8:30.
Sweet.
But there'll be a flyer to come. It's going to be a glow party. We're trying to recruit volunteers to paint faces with fluorescent paint. It's going to be a first for us, but dances, we know activity nights are tough.
Yeah,
So I think this one's going to go pretty good.
okay.
Other than that, I don't have anything else. Rhonda? Kevin?
Mr. President, I would like to make a motion to adjourn our meeting.
Support.
We have a motion with support to adjourn. Any further discussion before we vote? Hearing none. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Meeting adjourned.
Oh.
Have a great night, sir.
You too.
I even got some free legal